Hello everyone. Today I will be discussing my personal favorite gear combination in every Mario and Luigi game. However, if the game has a remake, I will include the original title and the remake as one. The reason to why I did this is because the remake would include most of the same gear from the original. However, some gear might vary. And this is my video. Well, actually, the reason why is because I'm basically just lazy. I actually had to go back to all my Mario and Luigi games, well, all the ones I do have, to see what was my favorite gear combination I use for this video. Obviously, most of the gear I will refer to in this video can be found around the end of the game, because the end of the game, like gear at the end of the game, will obviously be stronger than gear at the start of the game. Well, enough rambling around, let's get started. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, I did use a remake file of this game. So for Mario, for the wear, I put the spacesuit, which is plus 18 HP, 18 BP, and 90 defense. The badge is the Opal badge, which is 90 power and 25 BP. Then for the accessory, I put the Great Force on, which doubles the damage you give and take. For Luigi, for the wear, I did put the Much Luck Pants, which is plus 88 defense and 10 HP. And then for the badge, I put the General badge, which is plus 10 BP and 64 power. And for the accessory, I put the Cobalt Necktie, if that's how you pronounce it, which just doubles your stash. However, side note, on my playthrough of the original, I used a Mush Badge AA instead and the casual slacks as well. The reason to why I didn't use the Mush Badge AA in the remake was because it got heavily nerfed and it's not really that good anymore. Anyways, on to Mario and Luigi partners in time. So for Mario, for the wear for Mario, I use the Supreme Slacks, which is 150 defense, plus 150 defense, and plus 30 to all other stats. And for the badge, it's a Rough badge, which greatly increases damage given and received. There isn't really an exact number for this, as it just says greatly increases. I did a test on this and I got 1.57 times more damage. However, then I tested it later on the game and the damage varied when it got varied. So I'm not exactly sure on a certain number. If you do know, please let me know in the comments down below. So for Luigi, I also did for the wear the Supreme Slacks, which is 150 defense, plus 150 defense, and other stats plus 30. And for the badge is the Cure Badge A, which recovers 10 HP every turn. However, a side note, for Mario and Luigi partners in time, the PAL version has a Supreme Slacks have plus 170 defense instead of 150. Just to clarify that with you. Also, when I was in my playthrough for partners in time, when I got the item fan badge, which increases Bros attack power, however decreases jump and hammer power, I put that on Luigi for boss battles when I got that. And the first time I used that badge was against Bowser and Bowser Jr. Spoiler alert, they are a boss in the game, but not really a spoiler because it's a really old game and you probably have played it and you don't even care if you don't know. And however, for the final boss, for Mario, I put the Dynamic Badge A on because I had a bunch of Bros attacks and I could just use as much as I want. And Luigi the Item Fan Badge, just to notify you. And also, 2 more notes, I didn't get the Wrist Badge as it's a bit too overpowered in my opinion. And I didn't have enough beans in my playthrough to get the Ulti Free Badge and the Rough Badge, so I didn't get the Ulti Free Badge. Also, another side note, I do suck at the bean grinding game. Well, I can do it, but it's just going to take forever because I keep on failing. And I'm just going to run out of coins. And also, I don't really need the Ulti Free Badge because the game gives a lot of Bros attacks out. And still, with all those Bros attacks, you can buy even more, which is a lot I have. Okay, anyways, on to the babies, which I neglected for a few minutes. Baby Mario, wear 100 point pants, plus 100 defense, other stats plus 20. For the badge, I put the lucky badge, which increases the chance of a lucky hit. However, it doesn't increase stash, it's lucky hit. Just to clarify that. And for Baby Luigi, for the wear, I also put the 100 point pants, which is plus 100 defense, and other stats plus 20. Again, in the PAL version, which includes like Europe, Australia, and other stuff like European countries. Yeah, that's plus 120 defense instead of the plus 100. And for the badge, I did put the Lucky Badge A, which greatly increases the chance of a lucky hit. The reason why I didn't put the Lucky Badge on Baby Mario, the Lucky Badge A on Baby Mario, is because you can only get one Lucky Badge A in the game. So I just gave it to Baby Luigi and Baby Mario as a Lucky Badge. So on to the third game in the series, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. I did use a remake file of this game, and don't get triggered, but actually don't own a copy of the original game. I have played the original game, but I don't own a copy of it. And I haven't beaten it. So, now, another side note, from this game one, you can choose different types of gear, meaning I may not use every type of gear. For example, maybe I could use an accessory, but I just forget about the socks. That doesn't mean I'm just forgetting about it. It's just because there isn't enough gear slots to put something else onto it, right? If that makes sense. Anyways, for Mario, for the wear, I put the AOK wear, which is plus 20 HP, plus 5 BP, plus 15 power, plus 120 defense, plus 5 speed, and plus 10 stash. Need to take a breathe after that. And for the accessory, I put the challenge medal, which greatly increases damage dealt and received. I actually didn't test out the ratio of how much damage it does. But just like Partners in Time, it's probably the same thing where it may vary, and it's probably not double. But I'm not exactly sure, as I haven't tested it. And then for the gloves, I put the mushroom gloves on Mario, which feeds a mushroom when HP is low. Which doesn't sound too good, but actually, I've tested it, and when your HP gets low, you don't use a normal mushroom. You can basically use Mario automatically uses an Ultra Mushroom, which is really good. Especially from taking all that damage from the challenge medal. Now for Luigi, for the wear, I put the AOK wear. Oh, I have to do this again. Plus 20 HP, plus 5 BP, plus 15 power, plus 120 defense, plus 5 speed, and plus 10 stash. Onto the socks. Now, the rugged socks, defense increased by 30%. And for the accessory, I put the luck charm, which is kind of like the cobalt necktie from Superstar Saga, which it doubles stash points. Now, for Bowser, because Bowser's in this game, that's why it's Bowser's Inside Story, the shell is the Ironclad shell, which is plus 30 defense. However, I am terrible at Brooke Madame's challenges, therefore I couldn't get all A ranks. Therefore meaning, I didn't get the King Shell, which I would have preferred, but I cannot get all A ranks. And this isn't the definitive best combination, this is just my personal favorite combination I used in my playthrough. If it was a definitive combination, then I would probably put the King Shell there, but it isn't. Now for the ring is the block ring, which defense is increased by 30%. For the fangs, the intruder fangs, which allow to attack twice in a single turn. Now on to Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Now, another note, just to clarify it, I can't get the maximum potential of the expert boots, and the expert hammer, and the expert wear, as I didn't 100% the expert challenges. But if you did, there might be a better option to use more expert gear. The reason why I said more expert gear is because I did use expert gear. I just didn't use all of them. And also, it varies. Like, I didn't get the maximum potential of it. That's why. So for Mario, the boots, I put the Pro Boots on, which is plus 100 jump power and lets you jump 3 times. The hammer, which is a Pro Hammer, plus 100 hammer power, lets you swing your hammer twice. The wear, the King wear, plus 84 defense, plus 30 power, and plus 30 stash. The accessory, and also for the King wear, it has an effect where sometimes lets you deal equal damage to an enemy that damages you. And for the gloves, is the Power Gloves DX, which is plus 30% to power. And the accessory is a Power Scarf DX, which is plus 30% to power. You see my strategy there. And it will be repeated with Luigi. So for Luigi, the boots, the challenge boots, varies on how many expert challenges you have completed. For me, it was a jump power of 112. For the hammer, the challenge hammer, same as the challenge boots. And for me, it was plus 112 hammer power. It can go up to a maximum of 150, just to let you guys know. Now for the wear, the Angel wear, which is 30 HP, plus 30 HP, plus 20 BP, and plus 84 defense. And also has an effect where when your HP is low, your defense gets doubled. For the accessory, you have the HP Scarf DX, and for the gloves, the HP Gloves DX, which has both the same effect, plus 30% to HP, and then another plus 30% to HP. And in my playthrough, Luigi got really high on HP. I got Luigi up to 582 HP on my playthrough. Also, the reason why I didn't put the Pro Boots and Hammer on both of the bros is because I couldn't afford it, because they're pretty pricey in game and I'm too lazy to grind for coins. But I'm not lazy to get all the beans for some reason. Okay, now on to the final game in the series, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I'm just gonna say again, just like before, it might be a better option to use the expert wear and boots and hammer. However, I didn't, as I didn't 100% the expert challenges, and I did not beat enough challenges to make the gear really good. And also there's, I think, more challenges, if I recall, in Paper Jam, so it's even harder. And my Paper Jam LP was longer than, it was longer ago than the time I last played Dream Team. And now, and that time I used to not really try at all. Like, in Dream Team I did try and get to do some challenges, but Paper Jam I didn't really try at all. At least I think so. So for Mario, the boots is the Pro Boots, plus 100 jump power, lets you jump 3 times. The hammer, the Pro Hammer, plus 100 hammer power, lets you attack with your hammer twice. I feel like in this game they're getting lazy because they're just using the same exact names and the same exact stats from Dream Team. Like, seriously. For the wear, you have the Pro Wear, plus 30 BP, plus 10 power, plus 93 defense, plus 20 speed, and plus 20 stash. And also it has an effect where it restores 2 BP when you take damage. Now for the gloves, the Power Gloves DX, plus 20% to power. However, for the accessory, I chose a Mix Badge DX, which pluses 10 to all stats, if no members have fainted. If, like, for example, Paper Mario faints, then all those plus 10 stats will go away for Mario. Now for Luigi, the boots, the Pro Boots, again, plus 100 jump power, lets you jump 3 times. This is really getting really repetitive, but hammer, Pro Hammer, plus 100 hammer power, lets you attack twice with your hammer. Well, you see in this game that I actually did try and grind for coins, even though I was a bit more lazy, but I don't know why I did it and why I didn't do it in Dream Team. Or maybe I just already had coins. I really don't remember. Moving on. For the wear, you have the Pro Wear, plus 30 BP, plus 10 power, plus 93 defense, plus 20 speed, and plus 20 stash. Again, also restores 2 BP when you take damage. For the gloves, HP Gloves DX, plus 20% to HP. And for the accessory, HP Scarf DX, which is another plus 20% to HP. You can see that in Paper Jam they did nerf these like HP and Power Gloves and Scarf DXs. They even have like BP ones or other ones. Only use the HP and Power ones. They nerfed it from the DX ones to 30% to 20%. Which makes sense, so you wouldn't have a Luigi at almost 600 HP in this playthrough. Unless you're over-leveled. Okay, finally, we didn't forget about you, Paper Mario. For the boots, the Comet Boots, plus 90 jump power, restores some HP when dealing damage. The hammer, the Comet Hammer, plus 90 hammer power, may force an enemy to skip their turn. The wear, the Comet Wear, again, Comet Wear. Just like all the Comet Boots and the Comet, I should stop saying this word. Well, Comet Wear, I just said it again. Plus 20 HP, plus 10 BP, plus 10 power. I wish it was 100 power. Plus 80 defense, and finally plus 5 stash. For the gloves, the metal gloves, plus 25 defense. There weren't too many good gloves I could pick from. Or I just didn't have good gloves in my game. For the accessory, the Paper Power Bracelet, increased power temporarily after making a copy. Whew, well, that was a pretty long video. Well, now that's done. You guys have seen my personal favorite gear combination in every Mario and Luigi game. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful to an extent where you will use these same combinations or similar combinations in your own playthrough. Like always, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't. If this video gets 10 likes, which I doubt it'll happen, I will make another Mario and Luigi video, which may be about bosses, characters, or ranking the game. If I look back at this video and see 10 likes. Sorry if the video gets 10 likes and I just don't look back at it and I'm like, oh, oops. Well, that's that, so thanks for watching. See you guys later, and bye-bye.